Tonight, California's flagship climate program is at the center of a growing political fight. Good evening, as always. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alex Bell. As oil refineries close in the state and gas prices rise, the Air Resources Board is trying to do something to help. But as ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen shows us, finding a solution is pretty difficult.
For hours Wednesday,
without MDI-enabled investment, California cannot meet our 2030 or 2045 net zero targets.
The California Air Resources Board, or CARB, addressed concerns about its recent proposed amendments to the Cap and Invest program.
We strongly oppose the MDI, which would divert billions to big oil.
The program allows polluters like gas refineries to buy credits to continue operating. Those credits, also known as allowances, are revenue collected by the state and can be returned to consumers through rebates on things like energy bills. CARB Chair Lauren Sanchez says these changes, if passed, would help support the existing refineries in the state while still meeting the state's climate goals. In the past year, 2 California refineries announced their closures, Valero in Benicia and Phillips 66 in Los Angeles.
The first proposed change is additional support for the industrial sector to comply with the program. So that should lower costs. The second is a new feature in the market called the manufacturing decarbonization incentive. A lot of discussion on that. That would essentially provide additional support to facilities to fund some of the critical upgrades we need them to be doing to achieve our climate goals and lower their pollution.
The incentives proposed by CARB would provide $4 billion to major polluters. Changes would only be in effect until 2030. How the state moves forward following 2030 is still unknown.
The CEO of the Western States Petroleum Association says these amendments could be a step in the right direction, but the long-term impacts still remain uncertain.
Our companies are planning 10, 15, 20 years out. So only giving them that till 2029 certainty really doesn't drive the investments to the state. It's tough. We really appreciate market-based programs. We have supported market-based programs in the past. We continue to support them in concept, but they have to be designed right.
Sanchez says if the incentives are approved,
we will immediately begin the very comprehensive monitoring, evaluation, and assessment of the program and make sure that we are able to propose any tweaks that are needed to make sure that we're balancing our goals.
And adds those who do not follow the rules would have to give back the money. But one question remains.
How is it exactly that we are going to give additional allowances to industry and then that is somehow going to actually lower costs for consumers?
Sanchez insists these amendments do just that.
These amendments will lower electric bills and will ensure no additional gas price increase.
In Sacramento, Jeannie Nguyen, ABC 10.
A final decision on the amendments is expected by May 28th. The public comment period has ended.